G'day everyone, I'm Smokescreen and welcome back to another video. So here we go, in Group 3, at Maggiore. Get my prepositions correct, but we'll see how we go around here. So this is a qualifying lap now. That's my ghost, my previous best lap of 57.9. So 57.9 is the ghost, and then this is me, obviously. I beat it, that's why I'm showing you this particular lap. Anyway, enough of that. So we're at Maggiore, Autodromo Largo Maggiore GP is the full name of the track. It's obviously a Grand Prix circuit, so if it was a real track, obviously they'd want Formula 1 here. But it's a 17-turn, 2-minute long track. It's actually a massive track, 5.8 Ks is the length of the track with 17 turns. The longest straight is only 800 meters, so that'd be the run from turn 10, the last bit of the S's, to the amazingly banked turn 11. So this is that was turn 8, and then turn 9 is this left-hander, turn 10 is here. So 800 meters now down to the amazingly banked turn 11. You can see we're a tenth up on a 57.9, so you can just have a look at the gap down the bottom of the screen while I continue talking. So this track is a original Gran Turismo circuit. It's not real, but it is based in Italy, of course in the sort of area of Maggiore in Italy, or Lake Maggiore, which I do think is real, but the track isn't. So the car we're using is the Toyota Supra. I've spoken about this car quite a lot. There's a lot of opponents that I race that use the Supra, and it's quite a strong car, to be fair to it. But I just struggle with cars with turbo assistance, so that's the pressure gauge at the bottom of the screen to the right hand side of the accelerator input and the assist menu, which I've got all turned off. But yeah, I can struggle coming out of corners, so that's why I don't really tend to go for cars with turbo assistance. But if you can tame the Supra, it can lead to some of the quickest lap times in the world. So in that particular instance, I got a minute 57.2, which isn't too bad. I think the top times are a minute 55 or something. So I'll take it. Of course, BS rated. So, you know, that's probably where most players in the world of Gran Turismo are at. So it puts me 6th on the grid, which is also a pretty average showing, to be honest. But we'll start the race now. I didn't talk about the Supra actually. Yeah, so the Supra it's got 591 horsepower, and it was actually introduced in a post-release update 1.18. So I wasn't really in tune with the update calendar, but way back then. But you know, it's obviously important to sort of recognise when cars are introduced into the game. I've also got a McLaren Formula 1 inspired livery, orange and blue. But enough of all that, we'll get on with the race now. So in 6th position, nothing really much happened in the first few corners. This is the start of the S's of lap 1. You can see everyone is sort of in a train, it's just extended out their own gaps. So it's pretty much even way back into 6th place, although I'm probably a little bit closer to this Porsche than the Porsche is to the guy in front of him. But we're firmly in the slipstream. Turn 11 is a very good overtaking opportunity, as there's differing lines you can take through there, but I just passed him outright down the straight. So that is one of the main strengths of the Supra through there, and I'm probably a little bit wide through the apex of turn 11, but not to worry, as we managed to keep 5th position, so that's a position gained on lap 1. Going into the S's of lap 4, so nothing really happened between here and there. Just have a look at this Audi up ahead. He goes a little bit wide going through turn 8, and he catches the grass through turn 9, and he's really slow through turn 10. That's really not what you want to be, and I just managed to miss him. I can tell you I was on full right lock when I was doing that, because I wasn't sure if he was going to move left to the racing line or right, but he stayed in the middle. That could have been really hairy, to be honest. But you might have just caught that 3rd place went for a move on 2nd. They've now swapped full position on the final lap, and we bring home a 4th position by virtue of a genuine overtake of the Porsche at turn 11 and a massive mistake by the Audi through the S section of turn 8 and 9. But we bring home a 4th place, 4 seconds off the leader. Now, I felt as though I was in okay control of the Supra. I can struggle in Group 3, as I reckon it's got the least amount of aero compared to how much power the cars have. so that can really lead to struggling lap times. You can just see the guy in first. He has a 55.5 for a qualifying time. Absolutely monster lap that. I would love to see that lap. And then the second place boom headshot gal. Let's see if they can have a good race. You can always monitor their positions up on the leaderboard on the left hand side, provided I'm fairly close to the front. So we'll start the second race now. Let's see if this race can be okay, I guess. Any race is okay if you manage to gain positions there. Main thing with the Supra, you have to short shift this bad boy. So of course there's no fuel use, and I'm short shifting, so obviously that's how you drive the car. The best sort of, the peak horsepower is early in the RPM range compared to other cars, which you've got to rev right out to the end. But you can see I'm shifting about halfway along the shift point at the bottom of the screen. So that's really how you drive the Supra. So the Mercedes up ahead was quite wide through turn 4, but we slide through there. Well, I was going to say we slide through there okay, but it's never okay to really slide in GT cars, as that's quite slow. The turn 5 complex has actually got really a weird entry. You kind of got to slide it in, and whoever's going to get their power earliest going up the hill is going to win. As you know, the Acer section, you can kind of carry your speed coming from turn 5 through the S's onto the straight down towards turn 11. It's almost flat out, so close to flat out, but like I said, you can kind of carry your speed. You can carry more speed, but lift as you go through there. As the car sort of settles down, you can get your steering can be a lot sharper. But the can't quite catch what he is. I think it's another Audi, not ahead of me. Yeah, the other Audi, the blue Audi, went very wide coming out of turn 10. You can see it's kind of backed up the pack going through turn 11. Am I going to be able to put on a double overtake on the Audi? Not quite, just the one Audi. I'll get one overtake up into 5th position on lap 1, but we'll follow the Audi now. Let's see if we can get a move into the final. So hook part at the northernmost part of Lago Maggiore. He's on the grass, and he brakes quite early, and I brake quite late, but you can see we both managed to get through the corner, so obviously you can brake where I did and still be okay. A little bit wide through turn 15, into turn 16 the left hand, and now turn 17 is the last corner at the bottom of the hill. Just see how early you have to turn in. 50 metres, Audi catches the grass on the outside and just slides it through turn 17. It's probably not quite a good line to take through there, as it's quite a short straight, but it's long enough to be able to capitalise on a mistake through turn 17 and turn it into an overtake at turn 1. But he goes defensive, and he's wide through turn 1 and brings it narrow to turn 2, but that's quite a good defensive move. And I just get lunged by Turtle Love going through turn 2. That's an absolute ridiculous move, and I'm not going to let him get away with that one. You can see he just loses it sort of on the inside curbing. And that is karma for you. So we'll go through the S's now of lap 3, and you can see someone's bended off the track. It's the Audi. He's been sort of touching the grass here and there, and he's obviously just done it a bit too far. He's obviously gone a bit too far, sorry, and just led to something like that. But coming through turn 5, sorry, someone loses it on the curb up ahead. There you go, someone spun out. Who was that? Hayadi 55, I don't know, 555 EYDH. He just touches the outside grass in the entry to turn 5, and that leads to him spinning out, and that gives me a podium position. 9 seconds off the leader this time, who finished with a full time of 7 minutes 50. So they're obviously quite good, and obviously boom headshot girl 5 seconds off the pace over 4 laps. So, not the close race I thought between Audi _com and Boom Headshot Gal. Of course I wanted Boom Headshot Gal to win with that awesome name. But speaking of awesome, I had a good race, went up 3 positions with a clean race. So I'll take it, you know. Supra, obviously, is a good car if you can tame it, but I can tell you, off camera, I had quite a few, we'll call them errors, I think, is all we'll call them. But anyway, we'll leave it on a good note. 3rd place, podium position from 6th. I'll always take a gain in positions. But that's the end of the video today, so I do urge you to click subscribe if you really like to see videos like this in your subscription box every week, and do hit that like button to let me know you enjoyed. And I do thank you for getting this far into the video. It's really good to know that people do like to watch all the way to the end, so they can maximise the amount of content they consume of Ram Smoke Screen. But that is where I'm going to leave the video today, and that means that's it from me. So I do thank you very much for watching. See you later.